This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the Executive Chairman, CEO, and President of Golden Arrow Resources, Mr. Joe Grosso. Joe, as you asked for me to call you, how are you, sir?
I am great. I am excited at what we have been able to put together in last few years and recently. We have two values which are very prominent in Golden Arrow. One, of course, is the development of an existing portfolio properties which have the geology identified, and it's something it's known, and we concentrate, as you know, in precious and semi-precious metal. And those two, like we do have our properties which have both and have the geology in place and already some drilling results. We are continuing with the excitement that we can reach our objective of discovering faster and cheaper than having to wait the lengthy period of time that has taken in the last 25 years. And so we basically have become much smarter. We've become smarter in saying, okay, rather than going after grassroots properties, we're going to be developing the resources that we have and we have expanded our horizon from Argentina to Chile. Chile, of course, is a known mining country. It's fully developed, and we have some projects that we have announced recently, which are extremely exciting, and they are in an area which is very prolific area for gold, silver, and copper together. So we have that in place to go, and we are also accelerating our accumulation of properties in Paraguay. And Paraguay is an exciting place to be because their geology is like a jewelry store. It's unbelievable, and we will be as quickly as we can go and explore in that country as well. Argentina, of course, it's our host country, which have been there for 25 years, and we have developed, again, properties which are advanced enough in exploration that we can take them to drilling and taking them to feasibility study and on looking for partners to come and develop it, like we have done with Chinchilla. Chinchilla was in the same position as other property that we now have. It had discoveries and had values that a major was very excited about it, and so we become partners. We're 25% partners of Chinchilla project, which has been in production now for a few months, and all the infrastructure and everything else is in place. That is known to have a rough value, about $600 million in total, which we own 25% of the assets.
Right.
As far as income is concerned, there is a very exciting projection by the major company, which is SSR Mining, and they are the mining manager of exploration with a long record of success. So we have two sources here. We have the Chinchilla in full blast of developing the 8 to 10 million ounces of shares per year. So we own 25% of that. And we have the second part, which is our knowledge and reputation that we are developers of geology to feasibility study. Feasibility study, then it takes a giant investment by a major company that has done that, and the depletion of the deposits in production around the world. It's horrendous, and the major are after a company like us with known value in place. The major have no desire whatsoever to get involved in early stage grassroots exploration company, and we are not. We have advanced the geology in a multitude of projects in Argentina, in Chile, and targeting an entry into Paraguay, which is also an exciting place to be. In total, we feel that our shares in the market are an absolute joke, Gerardo. It's a joke that a company that the Chinchilla project alone makes it a book value of about $2 plus to $2.11, and the stock that's $2.11 Canadian, and trading at 30 cents Canadian, and trading at 26 cents US. That is not an acquisition. That's an acquisition of a lottery ticket because we're trading only at 15% of the book value. Book value, as you know, Gerardo, usually trades normally in a marketplace. It trades at a multiple of 3 to 7 times book value. We're trading on a discounted price of 85%. So I feel that the listeners should study the exclusive opportunity that we are offering by entering and purchasing the shares of our company. We are well run. We've been in place for 25 years, and the geology that we have in place, and we are in production, and that should excite the potential shareholder and people reviewing our stock. That explorationists rarely are in production, and discoveries are pretty rare. We have a reputation up to now that for 25 years, yes, starting from grassroots, we come up with 3 huge projects. One in Navidad, for instance, is about 1.1 billion ounces of silver, but we had to sell those projects to finance our exploration, and Pan American will invest about $4.5 billion to develop that project. So we are concerned about the market and us being sluggish. The investors have not being very active in buying shares in the market, especially mining stocks. We are happy to say that only 4 months ago we were pretty depressed about it, and now we are completely the opposite. We are very excited because we see an improving market, number one. The improving market, in my experience, always shows when stock of the major company in any industry are the ones which are rising very fast. And all the major mining companies are on increase, sizable increase. The junior, of course, to become the second selection, which opportunists and people that would like to make a better reward, they buy, and they should be looking very closely at the silver going from flirting with $13 up to flirting with $16 in only a few months. Silver is expected to continue its rise, and as it continues to rise, obviously we have a lot of silver projects that will benefit. So Golden Arrow is a lottery ticket rather than a share, with 15% the value only of value. Gerardo, I don't know what else I can say. I don't want to come across. I guess I'm coming across with mixed. We are super excited in the assets that we've been able to put together. Very excited. And right now we're watching very carefully how much can we raise at 15% the value of the real value, and go and blast away to do a lot of exploration. It does not make sense. We have to basically see an improvement on the market, a much improved stock price, and which we're doing right now. I can assure you that I will be telling my story at the PDAC in Toronto, which is a major world size convention, and we have appointments with people from the United States primarily, big companies that are following us, and we feel very confident that we'll be able to make the price of the shares rise sizably what it should be. And right now, as I said, you're buying with 15 cents on the dollar value.
I have to say, Joe, it's a pretty compelling risk-reward proposition. I think everybody that participates in the resource space knows that 2018 was one of the toughest years on record, but we've also been on the other side of it when you come out of those depressed valuations and you get a rising market, and it appears that the precious metal space is leaning in that direction and it has some momentum. So we know how quickly that can turn. You and your team have done a great job of bringing in a variety of assets, everything from exploration all the way to production exposure, and you should be congratulated for that. But not only that, you've been able to diversify the jurisdictions and provide exposure to multiple commodity types. So I know 2018 was tough. I think you made the case very, very well, because it's just math, right? And the rest of it is fingers crossed that we get a better precious metals market like it looks like we're going to get. And if this continues, if we continue with this momentum, I get the feeling you and I will be chatting in 3 to 6 months' times and laugh about the current share price. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Joe?
I would like to say that the insider, you're truly speaking right now, and the family and friends are financing continuously the period of time that takes to get to the better price of shares. And we're putting all our energy in doing exactly that. Tell our very exciting story to as many people as we can. And no doubt, this is really at the bottom of the pile at the moment. Like you're talking about 27 cents US or less for a stock which has got an immense value in the production, 25% production that we're going to have with an income soon in one, and the property portfolio which we have, and they are all advanced projects. This is, as I said, it's every share becomes a lottery ticket because it has an immense potential of appreciating, and we're doing everything we can. But more important than anything else, the insiders believe enough that we're continuing to finance, because issuing shares at these prices, it's not feasible.
Well,
So we got to wait. We continue our story. We continue to be super excited, and we hope that our excitement is picked up by listeners and the audience that we speak to.
Well, you have a lot of skin in the game. Again, it's a testament to the team that you keep writing checks and self-financing. And again, I think your reputation precedes you and merits that confidence. Joe, thank you so much for your time. Again, I'm looking forward to catching up in a couple of months, and hopefully it's much brighter days, a higher silver price, a higher gold price, and let's see where we're at share price-wise with Golden Arrow. I get the feeling that the best days are ahead of you here.
Well, I want to thank you immensely, and I can promise you that without the pressure that I have now, I'll be a little more eloquent in making the future presentations on your program.
It's always a pleasure, Joe. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.